Eazy-G is already on the line. Hello, sir.
Hey, I don't know if you got that message. I just messaged you a few minutes ago about breaking news.
I am aware, yes. Leapin' Lanny Poffo, also known as The Genius, and of course, the brother of Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man's brother, right?
Yes, he has passed away at the age of 68.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'll have a little tribute tomorrow, but I don't think on SmackDown. But I don't think there's going to be 10 bells, is my guess.
Probably not. He hadn't been.
But a little tribute, a little tribute, beginning of the show or end of the show, 2 or 3 minute video. I'm sure they're working on it now. He's a Hall of Famer, apparently.
We have a question right out of the gate regarding that.
Right.
Scott Robinson in the chat says, regarding wrestling in a broader sense, Scott is asking Matt for Swarmy Fest. Will it feature the Hulkster? Oh, at Swarmy Fest, the Hulkster and Scott will be challenging you and Texas Mike in a steel cage match. So apparently that's already been booked. I wasn't aware of this. Did you know that?
I don't know about that. It's not on my entertainment list.
It's happening. You're locked in. And by the way, did you know who the special guest referee is going to be for that match?
You.
No, it's going to be Bruce. So you are totally screwed.
Yeah,
are you still having a lot of trouble with him? Is he still giving you a hard time?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
We're good friends.
I want you to tell him. Yeah, I know you're probably saying that because he's looking over your shoulder and you don't want to get in trouble with him. I'm going to tell you something right now, Easy, and I want you. If you ever have any problems with that guy, you tell him.
Yeah.
You tell Bruce. You say, hey, Matt Connarton's got my back, and if you mess with me, Matt Connarton's going to give you the horns. They say, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Except in this analogy, I would be the bull, I suppose. I don't actually have horns of my own, but I might have to see if I can procure some prosthetic horns, and I will go there, and he'll get those horns. Or maybe just, I don't know how expensive it is to have that done. Maybe just
we're wasting a lot of time.
Maybe just one horn if I can't get two, and then I'll be like a unicorn. By the way, Eric,
next thing you know, it'll be 5 o'clock, and I'll miss all my time on this. We're wasting our time with this.
Well, I have a very important question for you, though. Now, this brings something to mind, and you're a wise man. I believe you're in your early 70s. Why do we call it the animal with one horn? Why do we call that a unicorn? Shouldn't it be called a unihorn?
I have no idea, and I really don't care.
I hope that you will look into that for me if you have some time, if you could do some research. But don't let Bruce try to help you because he will only sabotage you.
Yeah.
And by the way, one other thing about Bruce, I've recently, and I want you to have this information for your own protection, Eric, because I don't trust that guy. I recently hired a private detective to dig some things up on him. And now I don't want you to panic. He's not a serial killer or a sex offender or anything like that. But
nobody cares about this
he's
guy,
something. You need to know this, Eric. He is something far worse. And this is what I found out. You know what that guy Bruce is? He's a communist. Okay. So I want you to be very careful. I want you to be very careful around him.
You never know. He could be listening. So let's change the subject.
He could be listening.
Matt.
And I hope he is listening. And I just want you to know, Bruce, I'm going to be looking into those horns. And I'll leave it at that. But my goodness, I'm very concerned about you, Eazy-G, and we're looking out for you.
On a more serious note, let's have a moment of silence for Lenny Papa just died.
Yes, a moment of silence is fantastic on
just a couple seconds
on the radio
right now.
And will you let me know when it's over? How will I know when it's over?
Yeah, you have to be quiet for like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Starting now.
1, 2. Was I supposed to do
there you go. That's right. No, you're supposed to be quiet now. Let's do it for 2 seconds.
Wait, you just said there you go. It was already done. I don't understand.
We're supposed to remain quiet for 1 second.
What? Oh, only 1 second.
There.
Okay, that was a second, right?
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
I think he died today.
He died today, and I feel, Eazy-G, that by you and I being quiet for 1 second, I feel that we have helped him on his way to heaven or perhaps purgatory, depending on what you believe. But
he's up there with the Macho Man.
But he's up there with the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah, I was very upset when he died. I cried like a baby.
He's one of your favorite wrestlers, I've been told.
Macho Man Randy Savage is my all-time favorite wrestler.
And his brother is not? Probably not.
And who is not?
Do you care about Lenny Papa
Lanny Papa? I believe it's pronounced
Poffo. Do you care about him or just Macho Man?
I do care about Lanny Poffo. I do.
Oh, Poffo, yeah.
I remember.
His name,
Do you remember Eazy-G when he early in his career he would come out, he'd have the frisbees, he'd have the poetry on the frisbee, so he would read his poem from the frisbee and then would throw the frisbees out into the crowd. And I remember thinking, why isn't this guy in the main events with his brother?
Yeah, we haven't seen him on TV in a long time.
Well, he's dead now. Oh, in a long time.
I realize that,
yes.
but we haven't seen him back in, one of the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. We haven't seen him for a long time.
Yeah, that is true.
Come back, which is good, We need to push the young guys.
Right. So you're glad we didn't get to see him before he passed away, is what you're saying. Right. But you're willing to have a moment.
Well, I got more breaking news. Stone Cold Steve Austin will not be at WrestleMania. Thank God.
I don't think.
He said he's too tired. He said he's too banged up. Can't do it.
You almost said he's too tired. I was going to suggest he take
he probably is too tired. He put his body on the line.
He could take He could take a power nap and then go to WrestleMania. I think that would be grand.
Right. He did wrestling last year. I don't know if you call it wrestling, but he can't do it no more, he said. So he's all done.
Uh-huh.
I read the article. He said he's too banged up. He can't do it. So I said, thank you, but no thank you to the WWE WrestleMania.
I think that's wise.
I think it is. No Rock, no Stone Cold. It's great.
Oh, by the way, I just want you to know this, Eric. I hate to circle back, as Jen Psaki used to say, or probably still does now that she's on MSNBC. But just so you know, you are supported and cared for. Rocky Huber in the chat room also is not a fan of Bruce.
All right, enough of that guy. Let's
go
with the report before
I've been saying that for months. Enough of that guy. I'll tell you. Tired of hearing about him.
Boy.
He's out of control, and he puts you in danger.
Let's go with the report because I spent 1 hour rewriting the whole thing. So.
You really put some work into it, huh?
It was just messy,
Yes, it's messy. Well, here, let me play your theme music. We have to do this right.
Let's get it over.
Yes, whether Bruce likes it or not.
True.
I hate that guy, Bruce.
Oh, come on, stop it.
You want to know about stock market crashes?
I hate him.
COVID-19, drive-bys, celebrity gossip. Eazy-G's got ya. Entertainment report style. That's why I'm easy.
'Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
Telling you though,
this is kind of old news, but
he's getting the horns.
Groundhog Days, and I was able to stream it on my phone. And I tell you, it was crazy the amount of people there. It was only like 10 degrees out, and of course the groundhog saw his shadows for 6 more weeks of winter. But it's just for fun. It doesn't really mean anything.
No, that is
Don't you agree, Matt?
a lot of people don't know this, Eazy-G. But that is legally binding. So what happens is, here's how it works. And it's actually this is in the Constitution, Eazy-G. So this is very serious. And it's mentioned in the Declaration of Independence as well. If the groundhog sees its shadow and then we don't have 6 more weeks of winter, that groundhog will be slaughtered and replaced for next year.
You're fibbing.
Excuse me?
This is your fibbing. Anyways, we'll move on to
no, that's true. Look it up.
It's a happy Lovers Month, so I always say show your love to everybody. So your significant other, make sure you show extra love to her this month.
Extra love.
Yep.
Is that your message today?
Yep. Another thing, my goal, your goal every day is to show up at the studio and not get fired, right?
That is, yes. That is my goal.
Well, I got a new goal for myself. Is when I get up every day, of course, I have not done this every day, by the way, is wake up every morning and not complain about everything, which I think is a good goal to do. When I wake up and say, I'm not going to complain. Don't always do it, but that's my goal every day, not to complain.
Just don't be like Bruce. Is that what you usually do? You wake up every day and complain?
Yeah. All right, enough of him.
Enough of him. I agree. I hate that guy.
Dedicated to this group, I just heard this morning, boy, they were really good. The Concord Coachman. Did you hear him this morning on Peter White?
Did I hear who? I'm sorry?
The Concord Coachman. They're a bunch of people that get together and they sing Barbara-style music. I don't know if you like that stuff.
I missed that, actually. So Peter had them on the morning show today?
Yeah, they sang a couple songs, yeah.
Oh, cool.
They promoted their gigs. And he said, hey, come back when you want to promote some more stuff.
Well, very nice.
Dedicated to the Concord Coachman.
By the way, Fredo in the chat room, our friend Alfredo Enrique Benavides, says that the original Punxsutawney Phil was actually burned at the stake. Did you know that, Easy?
Oh, come on now. You're lying.
Well, because
you're lying, pants on fire.
No, he has to get it right. If he gets it wrong, he must be killed. It is the law. Please read your Constitution.
We're on to more topics here.
Yes, please.
The ConcordCoastman.org. You can go on their website and leave a message, and I'm going to get back to you. And we also got another band that's singing some Barbara's music this month. But I gave it to my activity boss, and she said, "Well, I mean, check into that." So, and they've also sang and nursing homes before. So, if you like that kind of music, I do. So they might be coming around to where I'm staying. So that'd be fun.
Now you're a musician. Have you
staring at the walls? You know.
Have you thought? Well, yes. Have you thought about seeing if they need a drummer? Because I know you play the drums, and would there be room for that in what they do?
They
do you think?
have a drummer.
They don't usually have a drummer, but it could be something.
Like that kind of music, Matt?
It could be something innovative. Well, I mean, it's not something I would sit around listening to, but I do certainly have tremendous respect for what they do. I mean, anyone who can pull out
really
those.
Good. They were on the show today. They were really good. Wow.
Yeah. Fredo points out, "Give me accurate winter predictions or give me death," is the old famous quote. You've heard that, right?
I have not.
Scott Robinson is asking, "Where's John C. Hopwood?" As our entertainment reporter, Eazy-G, have you seen John recently?
No, he's been missing in action lately, but he does that sometimes.
He does.
I've been known to disappear for a while by trying to do that anymore. Because Peter said, "Don't do that. We won't know where you are."
Well, that literally is true. Yes.
So, anyways, let's move on to one of my favorite ladies. She's going to be coming around. She's probably here right now. Unfortunately, she has some business she has to attend to. I'm not going to get into it. But on a more happy note, she's going to be appearing at tomorrow. People always say I don't talk about stuff 3 years from now. So this is tomorrow at Twin Barns Brewing, 5 to 8 a.m. She's only here for the weekend at Meredith. Saturday, February 4th at Foster's Tavern in Acton. And both shows are free, 6 p.m. to 9. But I just wrote on here, I said, don't forget to tip your bartender and your waitress. Sometimes people go to these events and they kind of forget about those people. So why not bring their name? Why not bring that statement up, you know?
Now, Easy, I hate to be a stickler here, but I don't know if you realize it, but you just spoke about this individual and never told us who you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amanda McCarthy.
Ah, good. Thank you.
Yeah, true. Not everybody knows who she is.
Yeah, when you just when you just start talking about somebody in your report and you give a bunch of information about where they're playing and what they're going to be doing, and you don't mention the name, it's that's not really.
Amanda McCarthy. I'm sorry. I forgot that, and I rewrote the whole thing. I should. I'm embarrassed. Okay, Amanda McCarthy gigs.
How embarrassed are you? Do you have egg on your face?
Yeah, something like that.
Egg on your face.
I got a quick funny story of Amanda McCarthy. A couple of years ago, I saw her at the Saskeen. You know what that is? And I saw her across the street from the SNU Arena, back-to-back days. And I tell you, boy, that was probably one of the best 2 days of my life, back-to-back Amanda McCarthy shows.
Wow. Would you say the best 2 days? Like of any 2-day, 48
one of them, yeah.
Of any 48-hour combination?
You know? See her one night, see her the next night. That's never happened before.
That's never happened before.
And I always say, after I see her, I always got a glow, at least for a couple hours. It's called the Amanda McCarthy glow. I told that before. She laughed.
Fredo in the chat room says, Eazy-G will know if they need a girl playing a guitar. Boing, he says.
God knows I know plenty of them.
You do like the ladies.
So anyways, we're going to move on to another great artist. Katie Dublin's got a lot going on, believe it or not.
Yes, I do believe it.
She's got new music coming this year, which is great. She's working on it. I get updates all the time on her emails.
You do?
Yeah. I do. She sends it to me. Everybody. It's not only me, by the way.
Wouldn't it be great, though, if she sent it?
She does a good job. She says, hey, Eric, I got this going on.
What if she did send it only to you? What if she did send it only to you? Wouldn't that be special?
I have a feeling that's not the case.
No, but I'm just saying if it was, though, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't you be like, wow, that's pretty cool?
It would be, but I have a feeling it's not.
I have a feeling it's not as well.
Yeah, well, anyway, she's going to be playing next month. March 10th at Elements Books, Coffee and Brew, Bifford, Maine, at 6:30. And she's also going to have a donation jar. So you might want to help her out that night. It's free to get in. And then March 16th is going to be a Bell Brick series featuring her at Laconia. Tickets are available. I might have other artists too. Tickets are available at the door. She didn't say, but I bet other artists will be there. $10, 6:30 p.m. doors, 7 p.m. show. And this is exciting right here. Every Wednesday, starting on February 22nd, March 29th, and May 31st, April 26th. He's doing like something called the Songwriters Roundup. She used to do it online.
Uh-huh.
And it's live at the Hermit Woods Winery, left or at Meredith, and every Wednesday until they don't do it, I guess. And she'll have artists on there. She had it on her email so small I couldn't even read it in my glasses.
Oh my goodness!
So you will see wonderful artists there along with her, obviously.
Now
that's exciting. Every Wednesday. One Wednesday of the month.
Eric Pilcher in the chat room, our friend from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and of course he does Eric Pilcher's classic film review. He has revealed in the chat that Katie Dobbins also sends him the same emails. Are you jealous?
No, I'm not, of course. The more emails he sends out, the better.
I would be. I'd be super jealous. I'd be like, oh!
No, I'm not super jealous.
Okay, good.
So anyways, we'll get into the world of wrestling. I know people love the world of wrestling.
Hey, wait, before you...
I was gonna get into the Royal Rumble, but since that's old news, I'm moving on.
Everyone knows the Hulkster one.
Everybody knows the results, so I don't have to go over it again. You know what I'm saying? That's old news.
Thank you.
Thursday.
Yes. By the way,
moving on.
We have a question in the chat. Fredo wants to know. He says, ask Eazy-G who is playing at the Shaskeen this weekend.
I have no idea.
Okay.
That's why it's called the Mini Entertainment Report.
Oh, it's a Mini Entertainment Report. That's new. I didn't know that. Wow.
So anyways, I'm sorry about that. Well, we're moving on to, this Saturday, by the way, Vengeance, Stand and Deliver. I'm getting into the NXT lately. I don't know why, but it seems to be a pretty good show. They have some WWE guys from the main roster come down and do stuff. It's great. 8 o'clock on Peacock. I don't really know about their names, but on Peacock you get $4.99 a month on TV. And whether or not you can get it on a smart TV or a tablet.
Can't believe it. Oh yes. Now, do you currently have a tablet?
No, but Robert Dion has my tablet. But
well, it's not your tablet anymore. It's his tablet
now.
No, he
used it.
You gave it to him.
Put it to good use.
You gave it to him. Now it's his tablet.
Well, you're going to laugh about this one. February 18th, we're moving on to Elimination Chamber at the Bell Center, Montreal, Canada.
What's happening in Montreal, Canada? And why do you say it that way? That's weird.
Elimination Chamber.
Oh, the Elimination Chamber, yes.
Yeah, another step to WrestleMania.
Yes.
You're going one of those things, your life is never the same. I have to believe it. Those things are pretty brutal. See, what happens is they have 6 people or 6 girls, ladies in the ring, and they always have a match before that to determine who comes out first. Then, like every 3 or 4 minutes, another person comes out, and then the match only starts when all 6 are in the ring. And I tell you, they've had some brutal matches over the years. I don't know if you've seen some. Wow.
Now, Fredo in the chat room says, check out Wired for Sound Saturday at the Shaskeen. And he also says that he will be playing at Hair of the Dog in Derry from 7 to 10 tomorrow, Friday night the 3rd.
Right.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've been watching AEW last night. I don't want to go all about them, but
good entertainment
they seem
reporter.
to be into the blood. Do you believe that John Moxley was all cut up, or do you think he cut himself up?
I don't know. I did not see it, but I do know that John Moxley is not afraid to bleed, unlike, say, for example, Jesse Ventura, who famously declared in his big scene in Predator, I ain't got time to bleed.
Do you think they want to do the blood stuff on AEW to be more out there than WWE? Of course, they say they're only PG.
I do think so. I've noticed in AEW also, Eazy-G, and I don't know how you feel about this, but sometimes the language is a little salty.
Oh, I know.
Ooh.
But I know it's old news, but we don't need to go in who won, and everybody knows. So AEW is a little more edgy, I've noticed.
Mike from Queen City Cabinetry is in the Facebook live chat. Paulie C, of course, from Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C says he doesn't
heard of that guy.
He doesn't know who's at the Shaskeen, but he can tell you who's wrestling on USA Up All Night next Thursday.
Oh boy.
And Crystal has a question. Crystal says, did Eazy-G watch the 50th anniversary special of Schoolhouse Rock last night?
I did not.
And
last couple of nights I fell asleep like at 7 o'clock. I've been so tired.
7 o'clock, yeah. And it's
Peter White goes to bed around that time because he has to get up time for him to do his morning show.
I don't think he goes to bed at 7. Fredo.
No, but
Fredo says
he does
that
go to bed early. He said it on the radio.
Now you have a compliment from our friend Alfredo Enrique Benavides in the chat. He says Dutch from Predator would lose in a fight against Eazy-G. Throwing that out there.
Well, I don't know who that is.
From Predator.
Yeah.
You've never seen
one more thing about AEW. You know the
yeah.
thing you posted on Facebook a while back? I think they're called the Elite.
The Elite.
And you said they were the best entrance that you've seen in the history of wrestling.
I did not say that, but I did say that their entrance when they returned was when they came out to Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. I thought that was very cool. I didn't say it was the best, but I thought it was very cool. I
That's
enjoyed
the Elites, right?
Sorry?
They're called the Elites?
The Elite.
Is that their name?
Yeah, it's the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. When they're together, they're the Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great entrance, too. I saw it the other day when I was watching AEW.
You enjoyed it?
I don't really focus on a lot of AEW. I try to focus on WWE because I like them better. But they do have some interesting characters like that MJF. He was trying to get the guys going and always going to give a lot of money to this guy I never heard of. He wants to be yes man. He wants to be taken care of, so he doesn't wrestle him for an hour at the next pay-per-view. But you know what will happen? You have to wrestle that guy. It's just a storyline, you know.
yeah.
And that money isn't even his, by the way. It's like monopoly money. It's not real money.
Right.
I was wondering.
Yes. That's I think everyone.
I would love to see him in WWE, but his contract doesn't sell. Contract goes for another year, I guess. He's only a free agent beginning of 2024. If I remember the story right.
The bidding war of 2024.
Vince is always going to be around, but if he has anything to say, he'll give him whatever he wants, right?
I don't know if it'll be up to Vince. There was some news today. Yet another lawsuit has been filed against Vince over
I'm saying if it's up to Triple H, I think he'll give him whatever he wants.
I think
he won't be able to be that salty over here, so that might not work.
Yes, you know the language is not as salty on WWE television, but in AEW,
no, but if the money's right, he can get rid of the salt.
Eric, I don't know if you've seen this in AEW. They use the S word. It's scandalous.
They do. I heard the S word.
Scandalous.
Yes, the B word. We won't repeat that on the radio. We know what that is.
Oh.
But if the money's right, he'll be less salty. I guarantee it.
Now, Eric Pilcher in the chat room says that MJF recently signed a contract extension.
Say that again?
Eric Pilcher in the chat room said that MJF recently signed a contract extension.
Well, I guess he's not coming to WWE then.
Now, who would win in a match between MJF and Dutch from Predator, in your opinion?
MJF, he's a dirty player.
That's right.
So anyway, I forgot about this. You love this. The annual St. Patrick's Parade in 2023, which is this year. I don't know why I said that. It's a free event down Elm Street, rain or shine. March 26th at high noon and 11 a.m. the St. Patrick's Day Shuffle. A fun time for all, except for you, though. You're not a fan of it.
I don't do parades. Now, you said rain or shine, but what if there's a volcano and the streets are filled with
they do have it if it rains, but they
lava.
won't do it in monsoon rain.
Now, Fredo in the chat room says also this Saturday, Ben Harris will be playing at Fody's in Nashua. Fody's?
Yeah, see, I only do a limited, like I said, a small entertainment report.
Right.
If you want to hear a lot of the local stuff, you have to listen to the Peter White Morning Show with Robert Dion. He does all the other stuff that I don't do.
Well.
You don't do no wrestling report, as you well know, but he's really good at it. So you want to listen to it. Or you can watch, you can log on to Manchester Inkling and get his full report on there.
Okay, a triple threat match between you, Rob Dion, and Dutch from Predator. Who wins?
Oh, boy. I don't even know who Justin is.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm going to end the report with March. It's a high month. And then, of course, right now we're on the road to WrestleMania 57. It goes Hollywood, but I got a whole thing on here, but nobody wants to hear me talk about April, so we'll hold off for another day. But anyways, it should be announced maybe this Monday, the Hall of Fame list. And I heard that Batista is going to be the headliner, which makes sense to me. And I'm guessing that Triple H will be his inductee.
I would imagine so. By the way, Scott Robinson has paid you a very nice compliment. He says, Easy, you are the OG. Do you know what that means, OG?
I think, remind me.
The original gangsta.
Oh, wow. I mean, I do watch a little bit of NXT on it. I don't know if you have lately, but it seems to be interesting. Booker T as the main guy on the TV. You like Booker T? Don't hate the game, hate the player.
I do like Booker T. I just recently showed Jenny the time that he that clip of him calling Hulk Hogan a very bad name on live television.
Yeah, he was the only old part to show up, but I didn't mind because I like Booker T. He was only there for 2 minutes.
And Fredo says that Tyler Allgood is also playing at Two Share tomorrow night, as is Slim Volume. Slim Volume is playing on Saturday night at Two Share.
Yeah. Well, remember Texas Mike one time he made a bigger, I don't do this era, by the way, if he's listening, Texas Mike. He called up one time and corrected Robert Dion. Boy, was that a bad idea.
Why was that a bad idea? Tell me more.
Because he doesn't, because he likes to do his entertainment report. He doesn't want anybody calling him and correcting him. It was kind of rude, you know.
So
he's a professional, you know.
So you don't think that Texas Mike should have called Robert Dion live on the air and corrected him?
After he called, he says, "Well, I really didn't need him to call."
So Rob was
I would never do. He's professional. He runs a professional place, you know, and he does a lot of professional stuff. So he doesn't play games, you know.
So Rob was upset with Texas Mike?
Oh, he was.
Really? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, he called up and corrected him. Robert Dion, he's a professional. You know, he does his thing. You know, top of the line. He doesn't want to be called and told about the mistake he made.
Now, Fredo.
So I would, if he's listening, I would never do that.
Right. Fredo in the chat room says, "I'm determined to get to squeeze some local entertainment into Eazy-G's entertainment report."
Well, I did have a local. I did Amanda McCarthy. Local stuff. I think in New Hampshire. People always say, I don't want to hear about her stuff in Pennsylvania.
Right. Well, that's that's different. I mean, that's.
No, but I was proven to be a good thing because Angelo Philberg's brother went down there, Stephen Philberg. Remember that? So you said that was a good thing.
I did. Yes, it vindicated you.
But going forward, I just don't talk about those. We see a lot of shows coming. She's doing this month, but nobody really needs to know those.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, they're all January shows, so definitely don't need to. Oh, yeah, whoops, I forgot about April Cushy. Well, I ended with her. Oh, my God, how could I forget about my friend April Cushy?
Yes.
So we'll end with that.
Does she know that you call her that?
Probably not, but I don't think she'd mind.
Really? You don't think she would? I kind of think she might, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah, true. I should call her by personally. I'm sorry if you're still saying April Cushman. Hang on a second. I got to put my glasses on.
Yes, please put your glasses on for the April Cushman portion of your report. We would appreciate that very much.
Yeah, you're probably right. That was when I didn't know her real name. So April Cushman. She's a professional singer in New Hampshire. So she can play every Wednesday at 6 o'clock in Killington River Shop. And, of course, it's a ticketed event. So if you want to get tickets, I'm assuming they'll be available at the door. And then she's doing, her brand new song is out called Smoke. It's available on all the platforms, Spotify, Apple. You can just download it. And I already heard the song, very good, as usual. And she's playing at the Rex Theater. Here we go. Rex Theater, 603-668-5588. And $29 tickets with Charlie. I can't remember his last name, so I can't say it. CHRUNOPULUS.
Is it Chronopoulos?
Yeah, apparently she's doing 2 shows on February 12th. He's doing So Far Sounds in Boston, the ticket event, and later on, that must be an early event, because then she's doing February 12th, the Capitol Theater of Arts. Doors are at 7, shows at 8, tickets at $39.50, $49.50, $59.50, and Lone Star is the main act. So that's a great show if you want to go get some entertainment.
Now, Fredo in the chat room has paid you a nice compliment. He says, Eazy-G's segment on local entertainment deserves an Edward R. Murrow Award on how in-depth and relevant it is.
Now, people always saying I talk about events that are 6 years from now. So this one's tomorrow, February 3rd, Poor Decisions Brewing Company with Brad. I don't know if you heard of this guy, Myrick. You ever heard of that fella?
Myrick. I don't think so.
Myrick. And he's playing with her, April Cushman, obviously. 8 o'clock.
Obviously.
It's a ticket event, and that's in Tilton.
Now, what's the name of the place? Poor Decisions?
Poor Decisions Brewing Company. She plays a lot of places that sell a lot of alcohol.
Do you feel that you've made some? Do you feel that you've made some poor decisions, Eazy-G?
Oh, many. That time I called up Peter White looking for tickets and became a prize pig.
That was a poor decision. Yes.
I did send that little video to my friend Karen from Gotham High School days. 86 class like me, and she said, "Wow," she says, "it was kind of loud. She didn't really understand what happened." Well, I said, "The main thing is like I shouldn't have called for tickets that day, and I became a prize pig." She goes, "You're right. You should have done that."
Yeah, surprise pig.
I learned a lesson that day.
Prize pig
I used to give Joel a hard time. They used to want free stuff, and when I was on the show a lot back in the day, and then Peter would say, like a second later, how quick he is. He goes, "Eric, you do the same thing." I said, "Whoops."
Yes.
Peter would always rag on the Moose for showing up at Pussycats and getting his free pass to get us the chicken tenders and fries and drinks or whatever else he could grab.
Making me hungry.
And there was a fake press pass too. Whoops, I should have said that, but it was. That's when Charlie Sherman was around, but now he lives in Florida. So good for him. If anybody cares, Charlie Sherman. Yeah, he used to live around here. He used to do Channel 9. Obviously, he did a lot of great things in town. And WGI radio morning show, and then he moved to Florida. So God bless him. That's where people go to retire. I won't be going there, obviously, anytime soon. So, will you be retiring to Florida anytime soon, Matt and Jenny?
What? How old do you think we are?
Will you be retiring with your significant other, Jenny, running over to Florida and retiring?
No.
I didn't think so. Me either, by the way. A lot of my friends have moved down there, but I would never do that. It's too damn hot. That's not my thing.
It's not the heat. It's the humidity.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
I said it's not the heat. It's the humidity. And they have all kinds of weird bugs.
Oh, yeah. Alligators. And I heard they got flying cockroaches.
That's not cool. I will never move to Florida. No. By the way, Paulie C.
I wouldn't mind visiting, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon either. So
we have a question for you in the chat room. Paulie C. says, ask him if getting married was a poor decision.
No, it wasn't at the time. It was a great decision.
But when did you realize that?
It was one of the best things I ever did in my whole life.
Really?
At the time.
Okay.
It was.
Okay. No regrets. I like that.
But then, no regrets. But then it ended up being, I told disaster, but that was just, it didn't work out. It was in the cards. Like Peter always tells me, he says, a lot of the marriages, well, no, Peter said it, but people told me it's not Peter, but maybe he did. I said over half of marriages in the United States fail. Oh, I think last I knew, I think it was up to 60%. Right. So, as you well know, living with a woman, either married or a significant other, is difficult. No, I don't agree with that. No, it's difficult. It's difficult. I don't find it difficult. Jenny's very easy. For me, it was. Jenny's very easy to live with. That's probably why I'm not married anymore. Right. So you found her. Good for you. Congratulations. You found living with a woman to be difficult, is what you're saying. Yeah, pretty much. Almost every day. Yeah. Almost every day. Wow. Yeah, maybe it was a good for like a couple of weeks, but after that, what am I doing here? I didn't really say that. I'm joking, but it was to me. I found it difficult after a couple of years. Yeah. So it was good for a couple of weeks, and then a couple of years probably. Oh, a couple of years. I don't know. Weeks. It didn't work out. I don't know why we're discussing this. Weeks or years, potato. I can tell you why we're discussing it, Eazy-G, because as you should very well know by now, for years we've all been fascinated by the fact that you were married, and we just want to know whatever details we can pry out of you. Yeah, I think I said too many. So. You've already said too much, and yet there's so much more you could say, and we would love to hear. Yeah, true. But hey, let's end it with that. If you can get it ready, like Katie Dobbins postcards, please. Oh yes. Now is that song? Let's end on a good note. When I start talking about my ex-wife, that's not good. That's not a good idea. So you're requesting that I play the song Postcards by a song I heard first many years ago at the Bookery in Manchester, which is a great place, by the way, to get books. The lovely Katie Dobbins. Now, I didn't get a chance. Yes, I met her there years ago. I didn't get a chance to pre-listen to this, Easy. Are there any swears, or do I need to find a radio? Oh, no. Are you sure? This is her uncle and aunt decided to get married at a later age. They always leave little notes to each other, and she decided to make a song out of it. Do you think they have regrets? I don't think so, no.
Now, the only reason I asked about that, I know she has a bit of a potty mouth, so I just wanted to make sure,
No, not Katie Dobbins.
I'm just
She's
kidding.
a real religious lady.
I know that. I'm just kidding. We love Katie Dobbins. She is lovely. We've had her on the show actually a number of times now.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have her on the show again, but she'll let me know, she said.
By the way, Easy, Miriam Banish joins us in the Facebook live chat. She says, it takes some work to be in a marriage for 35 years. Yep, in June, we will celebrate 35. So I think and congratulations, Miriam. So I think what Miriam is saying is, Eazy-G, if you could have just hung in there for 35 years, you would have been fine. It would have taken some work, but you would still be blissfully married today.
Yeah.
You got to put in the work.
You never know.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got to go because you're going to have your 5 o'clock guest coming up. So
yes, he is. He is in the
I
building.
read it long enough for a mini entertainment report.
Well, that's what a fantastic entertainment report, Eazy-G. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
And remember,
we'll figure out a date for next week.
And remember,
you're a busy guy. I love that you're busy. That's great.
And remember what I told you to tell that Bruce guy, right? If he messes with you, he's gonna get.
I gotta go now.
He's gonna get the prosthetic horns. All right. Well, Eazy-G has left us, but we do have to play him out. We'll hit his music here.
Oh. Easy. You want to know about stock market crashes, COVID-19, drive-bys, celebrity gossip? Eazy-G's got ya. Entertainment report style. That's why I'm easy.
'Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
All right, Eazy-G's entertainment report has officially concluded.